Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, play Slay the Spire. Forget the silent, dude. The silent sucks anyway. It's all about defect ironclad. Look. If you can remove a curse early, you take the 250 gold. Fight here with the curse. Boom, boom. Big bonuses. Boom. There's some very, very aggressive elite paths here if you're not a coward. I would describe myself as a coward, but still. Let's see if we can't make something beautiful happen here. So far, so good. I'll tell you straight up, I like Steam Barrier. A lot of people don't respect the fact that I like this item. Those people are incorrect. Huge, well, in my opinion. Maybe I'm not an authoritative source. Huge, huge benefit. Toxic Egg. Bless RNG, thank you. All skills we add to our deck from this point onwards will be upgraded. This is a situation where you say no, because the run is already good enough that we don't have to be aggressive. I don't even want to see this. What are you selling me? I can't afford it. I shouldn't have looked. I saw a self-repair. No, no. We're in such a good spot. Just give me the opportunity to add cards to my deck. In particular, we really, really want to add cards to our deck that are offensive skills. The words turned to ash in my mouth. I apologize. Okay, well, I guess we'll be attacking you from this point forward. Let's do it like this. Offensive skills will be upgraded by default, thanks to Toxic Egg. Which means we actually, it's so much easier for us to rest when we go to campfires, which we're going to have to do probably immediately here. But because our skills are upgraded by default, anything that helps us actually kill enemies without having to rest every single time we see a campfire will be a big bonus. I do appreciate this, but like at the same time, these guys are bodying the crap out of me right now. It's a bad spot. It's okay. Keep in mind, like the only card we've added to this deck right now is Steam Barrier. So it takes us a bit to get to lethal. I actually am genuinely concerned we may die. And that doesn't often happen here. But I think it could happen right now. Oh, you cowards! How dare you? Actually, how dare you? We just like awful draw. We had almost no input on that run, except, oh, we bought one of the best relics. What an idiot. Okay, hold on. You know what? That's fair. I shouldn't have thought that it could be that easy. We got a very interesting question mark path here. Oh well, easy come, easy go, right? Bodied. Go for the eyes. Good card. This is immediately painful. 2 question marks, or 1 question mark in, and we got combat already. I think we need to focus offense early, so even though I love self-repair, give me a melter. And you know what? Toss me a consume. I think it's good agnostically, but on top of that, you absolute coward. To be able to maybe build towards Frost Focus as a result, you got me interested. So I'm going to upgrade first, and I think we're going to upgrade Zap, because White Noise only costs us 1 once for now. Now we'll start hitting this guy up. I think we'll immediately pop this. FTL is unfortunately the best for us. And get these 2 out here. And you know what? I will take a power, and I think we'll take Echo Form. Even though Buffer is good, I'm pretty sure it would be tough for us to get enough block next turn to make it actually work. You could double up on Glacier here, but I think you're better off trying to double up on a Meltorb and then just get one of these out there. And for 1 skill, you're getting quite a lot of block, which is all I could really ask for. Again, we're going to double up on Strike because I don't want him to get insanely powerful. I'm willing to take the hit here, but it's not great. situation where it would have been very prudent to actually think about what we were hitting him with before we played it. You're gonna love this. It was very close, but the math worked out. Meat on the bone, the rare card that's immediately useful. Or the rare relic that's immediately useful, I mean to suggest. Very lucky on the hit there as well. Yeah, I mean, we like a lot of this. I would like you to be killed. If we can make that happen, I'm a happy man. Now, he's going to get stronger, obviously, but I was going to say so are we, but that's just not true. But we do have good focus. That's something. This is the perfect amount of HP for us to be at, so we would like to stay here if it doesn't bother you. Now we got to kill him next turn. We need to do 11 damage. Like, a lot of stuff would get us there. 10, 6, 10 definitely works. I don't know. Generally speaking, I think a double energy is good enough, especially if we get more draw. We might as well start with the elite fight. I love this elite because it actually allows us to play our good cards. Like, we wait, or we can wait. So if I get 5, it'll wake you up if I consume Zap. So we might as well, honestly, like, consume, Zap, Meltoria, bring you back with one of these, and then evoke them. And just keep running the, you know, work these through as quickly as possible, I guess is what I mean to say. We're taking 7 damage on his first big turn. Not a big deal at all. Bias Cognition is a very interesting card for us here. Because the fight... Well, let's put it this way. If the fight goes on long enough that Bias Cognition screws us, we would be killed anyway. So we might as well just get it out there to take advantage of it for the time being. Might as well. Yes, yes. Okay, you're doing 15 damage. Still gonna take 6. Still not bad. We don't need to hit you with much. It was a good fight. Meat on the bone, it kind of brought us back, honestly. You know what? I will take an Equilibrium and then hope Warpaint hits it. It still hit 2 good cards. We'll take Fairy in a Bottle, and I think we should fight our other elite. I'll always go for this, so it worked out. We will go for our other elite fight. Fairy in a Bottle is kind of... I'm sort of banking on it, to be honest, but... I hate to be the bearer of bad news, brother. This has got to get out there. You're getting more block for nothing. That's the dream. Forget double energy. Ah! This is spicy. If we could live through the next turn, it would mean a lot to me. Even without Fairy in a Jar, I mean. Particularly without Fairy in a Jar. I don't think we're going to get there. You have to play Consume. So Fairy in a Jar will bring us back. There's not much point in putting up, you know, more block than is necessary. We knew this could happen. So we're at enough block, sort of. We need a little bit more. If we're gonna give him strength, I just want to make sure... Wait, no, he's doing 20, not 15. Okay, so we need a lot more. That takes us to 23. We got 28 right now. But we also need to be able to kill him. So I think we need that out there. 24. We're taking 2 damage. But that's a lot when you look at our HP. Okay. So, we actually... there's a few different ways to look at this for sure. The way I choose to look at this is that we actually used Fairy in a Jar productively, which we do not do that often. I think we could use an attack that's as good as Streamline, so let's get that going. Now, Arrest, I do think, is in order. Duvudal is 1 strength upgrade, and I love, whenever possible, and it's not commonly possible, but whenever possible, a 0-cost deck, or, you know, attacks that hit multiple times Hold on, let me... 16 damage plus 16 damage, 32 would take you to 22 HP overall. Or we could pop this up, get to 14 block, and hit you for 16. That would leave you at 38. Minus 3 would be 35. Just enough to not split you. I actually think this is our best option. And then we needed something along these lines. And I think you definitely just prefer to do as much damage as possible. Leaving you on 14 is better than leaving you on 22 for sure. Anyway. I love to build a high curse deck with Duvudal. But whether or not it's actually going to be plausible is highly debatable. Should have played the slime, but, you know, whatever. Regen potion, very nice. Dude, to be honest, I like Sunder a lot as a card. And I think against an enemy like this, we really like having a lot of offense. So 2 vulnerability means more than any attack to me at this present moment, as far as I can tell. The only reason I didn't rest is because we have a regen potion, which is not quite as good as a rest, but pretty close. So what do we want? We want our consumes out there, basically ASAP. Especially now. And we want Glacier. So this would be a good, like, Glacier turn. Unfortunately. 24. 27 damage. It's going to split you. So I think I got to take a hit here. I just have to think about how I want to do it. Let me run the numbers. 24 is leaves you at 73. And then the consume will kill you no matter what. Or the lightning would kill you no matter what. This is right? Am I wrong about this? We had 100 minus 23, 77, 75, 74, sorry. It'll literally split you at like the worst possible time. So I think you do this, and then you say, you know what, this turn sucks, but Glacier in the future is going to do a lot of good work for us. Unless you want to split him this turn. 90. I mean, we could I think it's a good turn to split him. But is there any way to not split him effectively? If we play Glacier, glunk, glunk, you're at... Well, yeah, there is, obviously. You do it like this, and then like this. And then no matter what, you split him next turn. He'll be at 80, which is a really good place for him to start. So he's at 70 maximum. And we would love to... Honestly, this play is okay by my standards. We split him at 59. Not ideal, but ideal for what we had going on, at least. Straight up, just play this so you can hold dual cast, use it later. I mean, you kidding me, dude? I still think you go for it. 18. I think you go for it. You expect him to die. Yeah. That's why we took big attacks, is for situations exactly like this. So he's going to split, and it's not a great split at 28. It's not a good split at all at 28, to be honest, but you're only doing 16 damage, which means basically you guys do not frighten me at all. We're safe. So we want focus. We want bias cognition. That's like, it's up there. But even more than that, I think we just want electrodynamics. It really is like, it's so good for room fights. We want energy on top of this, to be clear, but Buffer is also amazing. I think we'll probably take Buffer. Core Surge is an amazing card in and of itself. We don't have anything that guarantees we lose focus, so I think that Buffer is safer for now. And to be honest, I think we actually will go Inserter, and that allows us to play Consume multiple times. And we have the makings of a Frost Focus deck. What we lack is energy. So, an energy relic specifically. So on floor 2, that's okay. We'll just endeavor to be a little bit more conservative on our second floor here. So you definitely, I think you consume. You melt this son of a gun. Well, you can only play one attack. Let's hit him with our best attack. We want to heal up as well. So, surprising nobody, a self-repair would be a nice card to add here. A second consume is too much. Now, a turbo is interesting. Could screw us later, though. I think we'll hold off. Now, later might not matter as much once we have a bunch of cards that can, you know, fit the bill for us to begin with, but it matters right now. Look. Actually, we shouldn't have played the defend. We should have played a strike instead, but... It's another... it's a situation in which I really feel like we have to put up some block. If these guys steal our money, so be it. I really think taking Inserter over Runic Dome is the right play, but its rightness long-term will pretty much 100% hinge on... hold up. This will work. It'll hinge on if we can beat this floor and get an energy relic from the boss. And it might seem like a low percentage chance. I wouldn't necessarily disagree with you. The thing is, I'm willing to take those low percentage chances because I've done like 100 runs without winning. So, you know, I think you get the idea here. So this is a pretty good idea of what happens when we draw what we want to draw. You're not going to like this. I'm just going to tell you. But I think that it's a necessary choice. This floor is just survival. If we survive through this floor, I'm the happiest man you could ever imagine. If that means letting the AI style on me, then it means letting the AI style on me and take my 200 gold. When there's no shop close by, which is what I was checking for. We can get to enough block. We can get to almost enough block without playing buffer. But the thing is, I actually expect that the buffer is never going to be more useful than blocking 14, so why not? Once we get all our cards out, it just takes us a little longer because of the 3 energy. Oh my god, we got another buffer. But do we need it? 10 block. This is 18 by itself right here. Plus, it gives us 4 extra block every subsequent turn. This is where you want the buffer. And holy crap, we got another one. And this should mean... I think we're actually going to take 13 damage here, unless he attacks first. That hurts. If you just change the attack, it's only giving us buffer. And you might think that's complaining. Trust me when I say, that's not complaining. But, yeah. I mean, I've said it 1,000 times now. If we survive this floor, beat the boss, get 4 energy, everything's hunky-dory. We got a real shot. Want some cool-headeds? You know, it wouldn't say no to those. Want self-repair, of course. We need a way to heal up after the... And this is like wishful thinking for the future, but need a way to heal up after the first boss fight. On the 3rd floor. It's a restable situation right here. Even with meat on the bone. I know you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm doing what I have to do to execute my plan, okay? You think I would have told you my plan if there was any chance you could possibly interfere? That's a pretty good outcome for a very bad Snecko Eye turn. See earlier example. 15 damage. Well, we have no block. It makes your turn a lot easier to stomach here. This is also, by the way, why I like having as much frost as we can in the deck. I think out of this we'll actually play consume. We might as well play static just to get it out of there. But It just smooths it out. You know how like some cards smooth out your draw for you? This just smooths out our block for us, you know? There's no chance that we end up with less than 12 block per turn right now, which means that we got a huge leg up when it comes to actually making sure this son of a gun actually dies. Seek is like, it's obvious. I will lose Warpaint for sure. It has no benefit for us anymore. I think now we can afford to toss in a Smith, and there's a lot of good Smiths here. I think not that. I would probably take Buffer over Seek on the smithing. Just, you know, the boss doing 50 damage per turn concerns me. What you don't want to do here, I think, is take... you don't want to take Buffer too early and use it to block, you know, a little bit of damage when it might actually save your life in a little bit here. I think we like this. And then Consume... Won't get us all the way there, but it'll get us close. Now, obviously, we got to start hitting them, but this is... We expect this to be bad because of the energy situation. Sunder does 24 damage. This is a situation if we could get Beam Cell and Sunder, I'd be a very happy man. Kind of did it to myself, though. Kinda? I think very much did it to myself. Well, okay. I'll still seek the Beam Cell. And now you're killable next turn. The thing is, you're also killable this turn. That's more tempting. Oh, dude, we drew Equilibrium again. That's just humorous. So you're doing 28 damage. So close. Well, tell you what, how do you feel about 32? And then Sunder should have a chance to kill you next turn. Beauty. In fact, 25 plus another 12 on 10. Okay. I think we will do it like this. Now, we could play Buffer. We should play Buffer. And then on top of that, what's your dream game plan? I honestly don't think Consume is relevant if we already have Buffer, except the odd chance... I'm just trying to see if we could keep Buffer... Well, it doesn't matter because we get 2 turns of enjoyment out of it. So I would rather just hit you for maximum damage. This does slightly more than our Streamline. 7 takes you to 21. You're in a real rough spot. Mostly because you're dead. We need Cold Snaps. We need more Frost Orbs. Because having the passive Frost Orbs is very nice, but we'd also like them to, of course, you know, be out there. To evoke more of them would be fantastic. This is a bit of a tricky fight, sometimes. So we're just going to accept we got a lot of trash incoming to this deck. To lose that Glacier hurts a great deal. We don't have amazing blocks coming our way. I think we like Consume as early as possible. And follow it up with just a little bit of, I mean, you saw, Dex boosted performance. Now, important, this is your double Buffer turn. 25 damage versus 25 damage plus a Frost Orb. So now things get much touchier. This guy's gotta go, and he likely will not. So things are gonna get real heavy here. And we're immediately gonna be put back into lethal territory, which is very sad. But he's gotta die. I mean, you don't even have to crunch the numbers on this one. The only question is, can you also live? I'm not even gonna run the math because it makes me upset. That's okay. It hurts because it makes it look like Inserter was definitely the wrong choice, but I don't know if I believe that. Let's go back. 99 gold for a chosen rare is usually very good. I don't know. Reboot's a little flashier. So what do I like on a run where, you know, it's probably the last run of the episode? I usually like to get a little bit aggressive, but I'm looking at these first floor opportunities, and just to be honest with you, I'm not necessarily feeling the hyper-aggressive path. I think we'll opt for medium aggression. It sucks to lose that one because I think we were getting there. If there's an enduring lesson to be learned, unfortunately, I think that it might be energy trumps all. I really thought with our focus, like via consume, that having more orb slots for endless consumption growth was going to be worth more. And it might have been. Let's add a claw early. I like this card. Little spooky. Sure. Almost got back to even on that one. Now, machine learning, you're probably looking at it and you're like, what is this card supposed to do? Well, when it's made innate, for 1 energy, we lose very little. You know, we spend 1 energy, we get an extra card per turn. It's a little bit like a passive, absolutely. Ring of the Snake. That's the way I'm choosing to look at it, at least. How am I building this deck right now? I know that, you know, I'm not the most popular man in the Slay the Spire community from a performance standpoint, but I think I'm at least starting to smarten up a little bit, you know? The Dark Orb is to take out strong enemies, and then I've also got this little claw meta going on in the back in case we end up having a chance to get like an all-for-one build going for us or something along those lines. And, you know, if we get another Duvu doll, we can go a little curse heavy. You get the idea. So I think we have to wake him up on this turn. We want this Dark Orb out there as quickly as possible so it gets as strong as possible. We also need it to be up at the forefront. We're also just going to block because I think this is going to do most of the damage for us. We added more energy! It's okay. Draw dual cast. Draw dual cast. 50% chance, roughly. It was better than 50%. I didn't want to mention it because I was worried it would... It doesn't matter. We got him anyway. Shuriken. Okay, all of a sudden, our 0-cost attacks are looking quite interesting. I just don't want to get hit. Mercury Hourglass. Well, it doesn't really strike me as being the most advantageous card in the deck, but... Hold on here. So I'm dumb. We could have done that differently and probably saved an explosive potion, but it is what it is. I always think AoE is valuable. I do want to fight the other elite, and you know what? If I'm going to fight the elite, I want my HP to be in a plausible state, but I would have rather... Maybe, I don't know. I don't mind losing the max HP here. So we do have a bit of a strength-focused deck. That was very lucky. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to build, you know, all-for-one claw-type meta, because that basically comes down to what we end up getting. You know, as our... Not just from fights, but also specifically from the boss. Just wanted to see how I was going to do this. We probably could have done it a little more sensibly. But this is okay. We have decent AoE, so I don't mind. They're all pretty close. And in fact... At the start of your turn. Okay, because it's at the start of my turn, I'm going to play this very passively, but I don't want to. This is what I was looking for, though. Is I don't really care if you add negative stuff into my deck right now. Because you're basically dead all at the same time. Which is pretty nice for us. Specifically, all for one, we're most likely to get from the boss. So I think a hologram is very nice. And, I mean, this is a... To be honest, this is a rest opportunity right now. Because, not an opportunity. It's really, I feel like we're forced to rest. I feel like if we didn't rest there, we would end up regretting it and being dead. So this is just a time where you, in my opinion, you just sort of eat it. Are we going to bring back a zero-cost card? I think so. No time like the present. And we do store energy in between turns. Very relevant. This has to get out there. Then, 6, you're going to be at 76 right now. I could cause you some problems. But the thing is, 76 is like the ideal amount of HP for you to be at so that we can split you with maximum aggression next turn. Now, the downside is we have to split you. But the upside is it's a good split, dude. Plus, we got these dark orbs just burning a hole in our back pocket here. We were hoping maybe for something that let us evoke. So we could get these dark orbs up to the front. But I still think, I don't mind this at all. We get the dark orbs up to the front now, where they can be evoked. And any AoE is going to cause you some serious trouble. I mean, we win. It's over. That wasn't that bad. We didn't have to rest. This is very important, though. I think you have to take all for one. If you're going to try to make this deck work, I know it's not a consistent meta for the defect, but it's interesting. I think it's good to begin with. Definitely, I mean, Snecko Eye is hilarious, but maybe not on this one. And unfortunately, I think we have to go Lizard Tail, because, I mean, Snecko Eye goes against basically the first rare that we took, and Velvet Choker goes against the entire philosophy of this run to begin with. So I think we go Lizard Tail. And if we're going Lizard Tail, why not go for it? You know what I mean? Why not maximize the risk of using Lizard Tail? Because, you know, if you don't use it, you freaking lose it, brother. Really? All we got out of that was Claw, huh? Apparently I was mistaken. That's my bad. We will bring back another Claw just to keep momentum going. It cost us 2 block to do that, because we could have played our regular defend, but... We're not going to do 28 damage to you. But... It's a big but you're not putting up any block this turn. So I feel content to do this. We don't have to do much to stop you now. Recursion does work with Dark Orbs, but can be a little touchy. Apparition, it just always frightens me a little bit. You know what? We will do this. And the Enchiridion giving us a free power is simultaneously very scary, but also very interesting. So, I would like to not die twice on turn 1 if possible. We're kind of in the same boat here. So we are going to use Lizard Tail. Let's just consider that we used Lizard Tail to get to Enchiridion, because it's kind of the truth, honestly. Once we get it ticking, it's got something going here. But sure do. If you heal me to full HP, that would be nice because I could upgrade a card, or you could... Yeah, sure, that's fine. I was going to say you can give me a relic, you can give me some gold. Those would all be big positives right now. But healing to full HP is modest, but also very useful. I really appreciate that. So what do we want? Making cards that cost 1 cost 0 is worth a lot, but making hologram able to always grab all for 1 multiple times per fight, in my opinion, is worth more right now. So, static discharge. I don't love it, of course, but I'm not super negative towards it. I think we have to try this. That's, for once, like the worst possible outcome. And let's just put up some block at least. Realistically, I think we can kill you. I think we should get this going too, just to make it so. This is gonna be pretty nasty. We know we're playing AoE, so this Dark Orb now becomes extremely important. As does killing these guys before they can get too far in front of us. Thank you. We're not getting that Dark Orb up to the front, but we at least bought ourselves some time here. We don't have to hit you at all. Actually, no, we don't have to hit you at all. No, we do have to hit you because of the lightning. But anyway, we got there. That's the important part. Now, you might be like, you're screwed, NL. Oh, you're probably right. Don't get me wrong. Oh, it has to happen. However, all we need, and it didn't happen again, no big deal. All we need is actually to receive a good power. Any rare power, essentially, on the first turn. And I'm over the moon, dude. I'm not gonna be picky about it at all. Okay. Have we gotten all for 1? No. But there's no way for us to get to all for 1. So it's a great turn for this. And then see if you can FTL all for 1. 22, it takes us to 41. Might as well get it out there. Taking 9 damage will be a 10. And there's all for 1. They laid dollars short, but, you know, it happens. We definitely would like to rebound all for 1. Puts you in a terrible spot, which I love to see. And we could rebound all for 1 again. Maybe that's our infinite combo. Nah. Still, these are not very good. So we essentially have to not fight the other elite. That would be, it would be pretty much suicidal. Biased is good. And it's pretty much what I asked for as well. But we need as many orbs out there as soon as possible to take advantage of it. This fight should not be a war of attrition. If it's a war of attrition, something's gone wrong. But sometimes things go wrong. You know, the odds of you... Do we really want to take 12 off of this? If we play this, probably only going to take... No. Play this, and then this. We still have to hit you with, like, 1 and a bit. So I think that's the play. Then the only question is where do you go from there? And I think that's it. You just hope he gets hit by 3. It's not likely, yes. But he's dead next turn anyway. We took 6 off of that, which is... It's not the end of the world, honestly. Now, taking 16 off of this one, that's more like the end of the world. We're probably going to draw a handful of dazes here. I think we got extremely lucky. And I don't care who knows it. White Noises is always an interesting card. Okay, Echo Form is what we've been waiting for this whole time. It's a rare power, so it's not like I'm, you know... I can't believe it took this long to show up, but... it's a very important one. Let me see. He's obviously very good. I don't think we want Sunder here. Seems backwards, but we can wait for it to come back. We can, for now, put up enough block. There's nothing we can do about the frailty, unfortunately. Oh man, this would be a great turn to just destroy you. We got there. Thank God. Self-repair would have been nice to play, by the way, but... I got a little in over my head. I got tunnel vision. Yeah, that was a pretty big misstep, honestly. It cost us 20 HP. Yeah, you can't have goodness without a little bit of badness, apparently. So what do I like about this? Oh, dude, I like a lot because hologram. Step one, you actually do this. Hope for some more zero cost cards, which is exactly what we got. Then you hologram back. All for one. And you should be stoked, brother, because we got 2 block. It's a great, what a great happy day for us. Pretty similar circumstance right here. 3 block means nothing to me, but I'd rather not die. So let's get that out there. It's inconceivable we'll beat the final boss, or the boss on this floor, rather. We're gonna have to take another day full of L's. However, Echo Form defrag is pretty good, but I don't think it's good enough. Echo Form might have gotten us there, but it would have been close. I don't know. There's a chance. If we can somehow stay alive until this Dark Orb just absolutely destroys the enemies. Honestly, I think we bring back a Sweeping Beam. 36. We're living with 1 HP. So yeah, it's a little touch and go. My mistake. 4 HP. And now we're dead. So, you know, attempts were made yet again. Life goes on. This was a bit more of a poor performance than usual. Well, than recent, but life goes on. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. Up the radio. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!